Woo! Okay. Hope everybody's feeling good this morning. My name is Haziq Ali. I want to welcome you to what could be the best Wednesday you've ever lived on planet Earth. I mean, you got to admit that's possible. It might not be certain all the way, but it's possible, right? When I wake up in the morning, what's going on with the way my chains sit? You know what I mean? Like, what's going on? Hope everybody feeling good this morning. My man Kaiser in the house. What's up with you, baby? Hope you're feeling good this morning. It's check-in time, y'all. Let's get it. Hey, rep your city. We want to know where you checking in from. That's hella important to us. We want to know where we got friends at. We want to know where we got family at. We want to be clear where our people at. It's another lovely day, y'all. Whether you watching on YouTube, maybe you're watching in our Facebook group, Entrepreneurship. Maybe you waiting. Maybe you checking us out on my timeline. Regardless, man, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe to this thing. Let's get it. Okay. My man Rohan checking in. What's cracking with you, bro? That's Mrs. Goins in the house. Okay, Mr. Terry. Wilmington in here. That mean Ohio in here. That's right. Yeah, happy birthday, Michelle. Happy birthday, Miss Hargrove. Hope you feeling good. K. Nicole. Good morning, Queen. Good morning. Vita Lachey is in the house. Let's get it. Hey. What up, Ebony? Hey, Ruth. I'm glad you made it in this morning, Queen. Trey Brown in the house. That's what I'm talking about. Miss Linda Kidd. Let's get it. Oh, yeah. Louisville in the house. Okay, then. Man, I'm telling you, y'all got everything y'all need. Between Simone, between Brittany, y'all got everything y'all need to take over Louisville. Millionaire Minded, link up. My man Dennis Thicklin up in here. Mama Mahassan in the house. Let's get it. Okay. That's right. Now we talking, baby. Let's set that mindset. Like, comment, share, subscribe, y'all. Let's get this party started. By my clock, it's time for us to get this party started. I'm going to go ahead and call in on the live line because y'all ain't here for my DJing.
You have something special. You have greatness in you. Hello, this is Les Brown, and you're in the right place at the right time because we're going to bring the millionaire out of you.
Let's get it. Hold on. Let me do that one more time. One more time. Hold up. Y'all ain't here. Now, really, I typed the code in wrong.
You have greatness in you. Hello, this is Les Brown, and you're in the right place at the right time because we're going to bring the millionaire out of you.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Hey, listen.
Thank you. Please announce yourself.
All right, here we go.
Entry and exit tones are off. All participants are muted.
Okay, here we go. Good morning, millionaires. Good morning, millionaires. I hope y'all feeling good. My name is Haziq Ali, and I'm a revenue acceleration coach. I'm a self-esteem development specialist, starting with my own. Hey, y'all, I'm about to go to my first therapy session in a long time later today. I'm so excited about it. You know what I mean? We always be hyped to go and fix our car. You know what I mean? We'd be like, oh, we need a tune-up. The light is on. Or, oh, I need to go get some tires, whatever it is. Hey, check it out. I'm about to get a tune-up on my mind. You know what I mean? I'm going to start getting tune-ups on my mind and my mindset and my perspective. You know what I mean? I don't know how many of y'all feel me on that one. But I'm going to tell you something. I cannot wait. I'm so excited about it. It's funny how, different things have to, when a student is ready to teach your peers, we've all heard that before. And I kind of wanted to talk about that this morning because of what we're discussing today with this whole I am not enough mentality. Every morning, one of my favorite affirmations, we switch them things out. If you haven't joined the affirmation list or you don't know what we're talking about, make sure you go to wearemillionaireminded.com and you'll get a download of the affirmations that we say that you can use every morning and stuff like that. We switch them out, but here's one of my favorites that I almost never go without saying. I am enough. I am enough. Y'all know, right? Give me that in the comments. I am enough, right? But sometimes I'll be like, I am enough, right? That I am is so powerful. But they did this study, these two psychologists, it was a while ago, but what they came up with is that 70% of us suffer from imposter syndrome. You ever felt inadequate? You ever felt inadequate, right? You ever felt like a fraud? What they found is that this imposter syndrome is especially big among high performers, people who actually have the potential to get out there and change the world. Now, if you're tuning in, you're one of them, because goodness knows you could be listening to your morning radio show where they're cracking mad jokes and gossiping, probably about the Met Gala and what somebody had on, what their outfit was. Who cares, right? But you're here because you're a high performer. Maya Angelou, just so you are not alone. I don't want you to feel like you're alone out here in this high performing thing where you feel kind of weird. Maya Angelou was like, I've run a game on everybody and they're going to find me out. That's Maya Angelou, right? Like, yo, her thoughts were like, I ain't that special. And it ain't going to be long before everybody figures it out. How about Albert Einstein? His name is synonymous with genius. But what did he confess? He confessed that I'm an involuntary swindler. That was his way of saying it. I'm an involuntary swindler. Nah, I want you to say to yourself, I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. Happy birthday, Michelle. Everybody give it up for Michelle. Happy birthday, Queen. You missed your shout out earlier. But yeah, I am enough. I am enough. Right? Listen to me, y'all. The devil be playing games, man. And I ain't saying some dude with a pitchfork and horns. I'm talking about this certain energy that'll come over you. A certain energy that'll come over your relationships. A certain energy that'll come over your relationship with yourself. Why is this? Achievers tend to set loftier goals. And since a lot of times we don't stop and smell the roses, what happens is we're conquering these new levels every day, but we barely notice it. So then when we arrive at this place where we are, you know what I mean, kind of like people are celebrating you and they're telling you that like, oh man, you her, or man, you him. It kind of feels that you like, who are they talking about? They talking about you. That's who they talking about. And because you tend to set loftier goals than the average person, you experience this disproportionate amount of failure compared to the regular people. You keep on having to face these shortcomings. You keep on having to conquer them because a dog on a hunt don't even notice fleas, right? You keep on mashing towards it. And the next thing you know, you're at a level most people never reach, but it still ain't even far enough for you because you got these goals, right? Check it out. If you are anything like me, and you've ever felt this I'm not enough voice in your head, you about to step up to a challenge this morning. This morning, we're going to use some techniques that I'm going to give you to conquer this. You don't have to use all of them. I don't want you to overwhelm yourself, but if you pick out just one, I guarantee you increase. If you're ready for number one, give me a number one and a share. Let's get it. Give me a number one and a share, y'all. Let's get it. The universe gives to the givers just like it takes from the takers. You hear me? The universe gives to the givers just like it takes from the takers. You hear me? The universe gives to the givers. Yeah, appreciate that, Kim. Appreciate that, K. Nicole. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Hey, let them know, boss man. Let them know. Let them know. All right, it's time. Here's the first one. Here's the first one I got for you. I'm going to run through these kind of quick. Good thing you get to watch the replay, right? Because I got 7 to give you. And I want to give them all in one episode. Here we go. Number 1 is recognize if you have it. Recognize if you have it. Over the door of every learning institution in Egypt. I talk about this all the time. It'd be like, man, know thyself. You know, the Great Pyramid of Giza, the doorway, man, know thyself. You know, Timbuktu was the first universe city where they studied the universe. Yeah, that's where we got the word university, right? Timbuktu was the first universe city, right above the door of the libraries. It would be like, man, know thyself. Maybe that's where Socrates, a famous thief of Egyptian knowledge, got that whole thing like, to know thyself is the beginning of all knowledge. Wonder where it could have got, you know what I mean? Colonizers, man. But here's my point to you. Recognize if you have it. The first step is to consider that if you suffer from imposter syndrome, if you suffer from this short-term listen to me. There's imposter syndrome, and then there's sort of like this short-term lack of confidence, right? Now, imposter syndrome is chronic. If it's some little short-term lack of confidence, some situational lack of confidence, okay, that's temporary. But when you're starting a new career or you're starting a new endeavor, you're beginning a new business, maybe you're working from home, right? A lot of times you're going to lack the knowledge. You're going to lack the expertise. So it's normal to lack confidence. Think about that. That's completely, you can't judge yourself too harshly for something like that. Check it out. That humility can be really valuable if it prompts you to go get the help you need. But if you feel this persistent inadequacy, even in areas where everybody's telling you they love you, even in areas where you know you found success. Millionaires, you might be dealing with this I am not enough syndrome. Millionaires, it's a problem. It's definitely hard to diagnose. So I recommend taking like an online imposter syndrome. If anybody wants one, maybe I'll send one out later today. If you want to join our text message system, I'll send you one. If you're interested in self-diagnosing yourself for imposter syndrome, there's a little test you can take to see if you're at risk. Cool? All right, if you're ready for number 2, give me a number 2 and a share. Give me a number 2 and a share if you're ready for the second one. First, you got to recognize if you have it. Yeah, Boogie is enough. Yeah, babe, I appreciate your honesty, bro, and your transparency. I appreciate your honesty and your transparency. Let's get it. I know you do because you're a fall personality, Allie. Yeah. Morning, Cassandra. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right, here's the second one. Y'all remember personification? Back in elementary school, all that? Check it out. Personify your critical inner voice. Personify that inner critic's voice. What do I mean by that? See, you got this inner critic. I call mine Kiza, like Haziq backwards. You know what I mean? I call it Q-I-Z-A-A. That's what I call mine. You know what I mean? But you got to figure out one for you. That little frenemy we all got inside. It's this sub-personality that we all have that judges you all the time and demeans you. And then what will happen is somebody around you will say something crazy to you, and you secretly agree with them. Because that's what your inner voice has been saying the whole time. That's what's wild. Somebody come up to you and tell you your hair is on fire. You'd be like, you all right? Because you know for a fact your hair ain't on fire. But they come up to you and tell you you a bad mama. And now you're ready to cuss them out and fight. Why? Because your inner voice be messing with you, man. Everybody has self, and you secretly agree with them about the bad mother part. You get what I mean? It's cold. But everybody has self-doubt. But if this voice is ongoing, if this voice is debilitating, That's a problem because it shouldn't contradict facts. It shouldn't contradict objective reality. But the trouble is, most of the time, this voice sneaks up under our radar, y'all. It manifests in this subtle hesitation to speak up. You know, I can't tell you every single day we unmute the line. It'd be time for the testimony round. You know, some of y'all call in and do your affirmations and your visualization and your breathing exercises with us, right? You take that extra 15 minutes to put that extra investment in yourself. But at the end, we'll open it up for testimonies. I can't tell you how much we have this awkward silence all the time. Oh, certain people that love to talk, they don't, I'm not going to say love to talk. I don't mean to make it sound like demeaning. But what I'm saying is some of us, you know, we don't have that issue. But some of us refuse to speak up. And this is what we're talking about. That subtle hesitation to speak up, not just on some affirmation nation call, but I'm talking about at your job, you have an idea that could change everything. I'm talking about in your study group, you have some valuable translation of what's going on, but you won't share it. This is that inner voice starting to mess with you a little bit. Our critic can be so faint that we might even question if it exists. What I'm saying is don't let it hide, y'all. Don't let it hide, right? What I'm saying is let's personify it. How does it look? How does it sound? What are the insidious ways it tries to undermine you? Huh? It's all right to speak up. Tell them, K. Nicole. It's okay. If you're ready, number 3, let's get it. Give me a number 3 in the share. Give me a number 3 in the share. Here's the third one I got for you. Here's the third one I got for you. Consider the impact on your life. Consider the impact on your life. Because here's the thing. Like y'all know, man, I rock with Tony Robbins, right? I really rock. And one thing he always says is you got to turn your shoulds into musts. That your life doesn't change until the things you should do become the things you must do, right? You got to stop shoulding all over yourself, right? Think about it. Oh, you should get your finances together. Oh, you should get more consistent. Oh, you should start doing a walk every day around the block. But that ain't enough. What you ought to do ain't going to change nothing because you ought to do it, but you probably won't because it's still in the should category. Here's what you got to do. You have to make it clear to yourself that when the work seems more painful than the consequences, you'll probably never get started. So what if you flip that thing around, y'all? What if you made the consequences more heavy to you than the work? Oh my God, that's when it becomes a must. That's when it becomes a must. Am I right, Mama Mahasan? That's when it becomes a must, right, Kiana? Huh? That's when it becomes a must. So what we're suggesting here is that you flip that thing around. Put the pain on the fact that you keep recognizing this hamster wheel you're on. Consider how this imposter syndrome experience has held you back. Consider how this debilitating self-talk you're putting on yourself. Consider how the fact you keep procrastinating on your workout routine, or you keep on procrastinating on your journaling or your book reading time. Consider how it's holding you back from the life you want. What opportunities have you neglected? What opportunity costs have you needlessly paid through your procrastination? What experiences have you missed because you felt unworthy? What regrets might you have in the future if your life keeps going this way? The purpose of this reflection is to build an ironclad will to overcome this imposterism, to overcome this self-sabotage. You know, we talked about it the other day, man. We all got to suffer one of two pains. We either going to suffer the pain of regret or we're going to suffer the pain of discipline. And the difference is discipline weighs ounces and regret weighs tons. If you're ready for number 4, give me a number 4. You ready? You right? You ready? You ready? Give me number 4. Let's get it. If you finish, if I ain't going too fast, give me number 4. Give me number 4. Let's get it. I see what you did there, Mr. Beckford. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right. Okay, Dre. Let's get it then. Here's number 4. This is another one for you. Ask this question. Ask this question. Because once you've identified this inner critic, and you've called it out. You've given it a voice, right? You made it sound like a hater in your head. You've named it. You've personified it. So you can be like, shut up, Kiza. You know what I'm saying? Ask yourself a question, right? Because right when you're about to start this new thing, you're about to kick off this new project, you're about to make this phone call to this lead, here come that voice. You don't know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? You ain't nice with it like Haziq or whatever, right? Right? You ain't nice with it like Allie, right? Your marriage ain't gonna be like the Goins' marriage, right? Look at this person. They seem all happy, right? Your voice does. You don't deserve that, right? So start by asking yourself, is this even real? Does this matter? Because a lot of times ignorance can be helpful when it's paired with a spirit of meekness, right? If you add in a little bit of humility with a little bit of ignorance, okay, now you got better questions you asking. Now you're more fascinated. You're more curious. You're doing more listening. You got less preconceived notions and assumptions, right? And a lot of times now you can learn stuff as you go. So ain't nothing wrong with it. But here's my vibe. Like, because when I started, my blog or my website or my newsletter or when I started my first business, et cetera, so forth. What I'm saying is I ain't know nothing about it. If I'd have taken some class beforehand, you know what would have happened? I would have forgot most of it before I even started. Can I get a witness? Can I get a witness? It's like when we buy these courses and these classes, and I'm not going to say all the time, when I'm the founder of the Kaizen Academy, and I truly believe that it's a life-changing experience. I truly believe that if you give us even a 30-day trial, we're going to change your life with some of that information in there. But here's what I'm trying to say to you. Everything around you that was ever invented was invented by the unqualified, because you have to have done something before you're qualified to do it. But if it's never been done before, you see what I just did there? All I'm trying to say to you is that the same way we just we reframed that weakness as a strength, you can do that with your life. So here's the question. Are my inner doubts productive? Are my inner doubts productive? Ask yourself that. Are my inner doubts productive? Y'all crazy. Are my inner doubts productive? Even if your suspicions are valid, right? Are they getting you any closer to your goal? Or is this more random noise? I dare you ask yourself that question. Here go number 6, y'all. Give me a number 6 in the share. Give me a number 6 in the share. Or is this number 5? What we on, number 5? Yeah, give me a number 5 in the share. All right, give me a number 5, a number 5. Here's number 5. Avoid the trap of perfectionism. Oh my goodness, man. Woo! We've done whole trainings on this in the past, and I still need to do it more because I'm still trying to be a perfectionist. I'm still fighting the curse of the poor. Somebody give me that in the comments so you remember it. Perfectionism is the curse of the poor. Perfectionism is the curse of the poor. And imposterism, this I am not enough syndrome, is really closely related to perfectionism. Because what happens is the perfectionist sets a near impossible standard for themselves. And in most activities, since you can't reach perfection, what you're really doing is setting no standard at all. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, it's essential to do your best. That's one of the 4 agreements, right? You never make assumptions. You're impeccable with your word. You don't take it personal, and you always do your best, right? But recognize you ain't never gonna do your best if you're always focused on it being perfect. Because if you can't pass your bar, You're going to look at every effort as a failure. Now you're creating this negative feedback loop. Your inner critic keeps on coming like, I told you. I told you. And a lot of times we settle for that. You know what pessimists in your life are doing? They're settling because they're so scared of learning something new. They're settling for the fact that I told you it wasn't going to work. Because if you give your all, what happens if it still fails? Now you get to protect your ego. And a lot of us, that's all we have. All we have is this facade, this ego that protects us from the fact that maybe we didn't get enough when we were younger. We didn't get enough love. We didn't get enough nourishment. So now we got to love ourselves, right? And the more we have to love ourselves, that self-focus starts to turn into toxicity. You can dig it? So when that voice starts kicking in, I told you, this ain't for you, bruh. This ain't for you. You kind of suck, bruh. Right? Give yourself a break. Give yourself some room to fail. And then what you're going to find is that your fear of failure will start to get weaker, just like any other bully you challenge. The excitement of learning, the excitement of growth will start to replace that fear of failure, y'all. And then here's another technique. Always focus on the process instead of obsessing on the results. Instead of obsessing on the product of your efforts. Focus on the process, not the product. Fall in love with the activity, not the result. Can somebody give me that in the comments? Focus on the process, not the product. Focus on the activity, not the results. You hear me? You can control your habits more than you can control the end product. I'm going to tell you something. That Kaizen Academy class that we did on habits will change your life. Y'all are like Haziq. You be running like water. Haziq, you never stop. Nope. I stopped plenty of stuff. It's just with this right here, I got a habit. Habits are amazing, man, when they make success inevitable. Habits are really, really hurtful when they make failure inevitable. So I'm just suggesting you look at some of your habits. And now that you don't have to be perfect, you make room for you to be great. Because you ain't got to be great to start, but you do have to start to be great. All right, here's number 6 I got for you. Strengthen your mind. Strengthen your mind. Sorry if I'm going too fast, y'all. Strengthen your mind. Check it out. If you wanted to get stronger physically, then you'd go to the gym and you would lift weights all the time. Well, this same kind of training works for your mind. Take time daily to visualize your success in the future as vividly as you can, right? It can also be valuable to cherish your past victories. Man, there's this passage in Proverbs, right? In the greatest book about entrepreneurship ever written. And the joint be like, hope deferred makes the heart sick, but a longing fulfilled is a tree of life. What are they saying? They're saying that when you realize ambitions, it provides this foundation for growth. You can't build on a failure. And when you have a foundation from growth, boom, that becomes a tree of life. In other words, the fulfillment of desires is a tree of life. And if you look at your life carefully, there are numerous things in your life right now that you prayed for in the past. Are you even acknowledging that? There's power in acknowledging that, y'all. So instead of always reflecting on what didn't work out in the past, the tough breaks, the losses, what I'm suggesting, if you want to get rid of imposter syndrome, is that you think about the times you accomplished something. Think about the times you pulled it off, baby. Because that's what you need to do. If you're going to build, you got to build on success. You can't build on failure. That's why negative is that minus sign, like it's take away. And then positive is that plus sign, like it's add none. Millionaires, take that to mean that this is science, not philosophy. This is science. You might have crushed that test you took, right? You got through that program that was hard as heck. You got that promotion. You proved to yourself you could stretch your limits. Man, that's invaluable. Because if you can do it once, you can do it again. Here's the last one I got for you, y'all. Give me a number 7 and a share. You still got a chance to get us to somebody that needs it. Love on them for a minute. The universe gives to the givers, Just like it takes from the takers, y'all. Here's number 7. Let me go ahead and give y'all time to start calling in. Here's number 7. Don't go it alone, y'all. Don't go it alone. Stop trying to do it all by yourself. You know, I just told you earlier in this training that, you know, I'm so excited. Like, my business partner put me on to his therapist, you know. If I can duplicate, you know, a fraction of his results, whether we're talking about, you know, his mindset, his marriage, his ability to think with abundance, his listening skills, boy, if I can get just a fraction of that, my life is going to skyrocket. I'm going to quantum leap forward. Here's what I'm telling you. Don't try to go it alone. Remember when I told you earlier that 7 out of 10 people are kind of suffering from this imposter syndrome? My man Michael Joe checking in. What up, baby? Remember I just now said that? Well, check it out, y'all. If you're honest with yourself, if you're honest with other people about this issue, a lot of times they're going to empathize because they're going through it too. They probably could use your help. So don't hesitate to ask. Don't wait before you give help to other people, right? Build a team around you, right? Find the people who love you enough not to be yes men, not to be yes women, right? But they love you enough to support you and uplift you towards the goal that they know is best for you. There are plenty of places you can find support. Online communities, mastermind groups, mentoring circles. And if you want one-on-one help, you know, coaches, mentors, you know, we have a whole community here called Millionaire Minded, you know, and you become official, like a referee with the whistle, at the point you come on into the academy, right? You come on into the Kaizen Academy. But here's what I'm saying. No matter what you choose, I know Hollywood is always glamorizing this lone wolf story. Somebody who goes from rags to riches. Like, we look at Michelangelo and painting the Sistine Chapel, and we're like, oh my God, how amazing. Do you know that was a whole team? The fact that it looks like one man did it is exactly what the mastermind effect is all about. I cannot wait till y'all get my book, man. Oh my goodness. I am so excited about that. And yeah, all this lone wolf mythology sounds hella cool, but don't nobody succeed alone. If you can do it by yourself, you probably ain't doing that much. You hear me? Let's start with these affirmations. Y'all ready? Let's lock it in now with affirmations. Y'all ready? If you try to call and it charges you money, just text message call me to the same number, 667-776-WIN1. It's the winner's hotline. Try affirmations this morning. I dare you. All right, here we go. Repeat after me, y'all.